Morning Pisces, welcome to my channel. I'm really sorry that you're the last one. I'll explain why. Before I go any further, this is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon and Rising Pisces. The last one because I have really struggled connecting with your energy in the last week. I've been trying since a week Tuesday to do this reading, and it's the only one that hasn't just come out, and I did it yesterday again, and it started getting so specific that I ended up having to stop the video and get in touch with a family member of mine who is Pisces, and yeah, it turned out that it was it was about him rather than the collective as a whole, and given as it was quite specific, I don't think it was appropriate to upload it. Anyway, I'm going to timestamp this video, so if you're if you wanted to skip all the shuffling, and there is probably going to be quite a bit of shuffling, feel free, that's absolutely fine. Just go down to the comments. If you want a personal reading, my email's in the description box. And yeah, you know, same goes as usual. If the message isn't resonating, then it's not for you. Don't try and make it fit. Try looking at the sun's, your moon and rising sign instead, and if not, then I just haven't picked you up this month, and I'm sorry. Try again next month. So let's go. Right. First card we've got is the Four of Cups. It's water energy. So Pisces, didn't jump, so I'm not going to take that. There we go. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. That's Earth energy, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Again, Earth energy. Could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn woman. Doesn't have to be. I totally forgot to look at the bottom of the deck and see what the bottom card was. Never mind. I'm going to look at the top of the deck. We'll come back to that. Right, let's get some clarifiers for these. So, that's the first one. That's another Queen. Queen of Swords. Interesting. It's the first major arcana in your read, possibly about endings. Coupled with the Queen of Swords, I would say it would be a hard decision, or a hard choice that you've made to end something, but we'll come to that in a bit. So, why is the Three of Pentacles here for Pisces? Two of Wands. Nice. And the Three of Pentacles again. I like it. And the Queen of Pentacles. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? flinging tons of cards around everywhere. There's a Queen of Pentacles here. Star, second major arcana of the reading. And the Eight of Cups. Interesting. Card on the bottom of here is the Four of Cups again. It's the first card that came out from the other deck. Already I'm feeling like I'm going to need to pull more cards here. Kind of getting the impression that this reading might be about work, because there's a lot of pentacles on the table here, and the Three of Pentacles appears twice, which is interesting. But not try and box it too much, take it as it resonates. So the Four of Cups is generally about emotion. It's about things that the cups suit, rather, is about emotion. Water signifies emotion, and the cups are the vessels that hold the water. And being a four, it's usually about stability. That's what the fours mean. That's what they indicate. It's a stable number. But in this card, there's a woman sat by the side of a stream, and she's closed up in quite a self-comforting position. She's obviously upset about something. And on the other side of the bank, within fairly easy reach, the Three Cups. And there's another hanging in the tree. It can be a card of ingratitude, but often I read it more to mean not fully appreciating what it is that you have. The next card up from the four is the Five, and in that one there are 5 cups, and 3 of them have been knocked over, and the person in the card is grief-stricken about the 3 that are knocked over, but they haven't noticed the 2 that are still standing behind them. In this one, like, she's in a state of introspection, and she's obviously feeling quite sorry for herself. If she literally just looked, she would see that these cups were here. And so it comes to meaning gratitude because it's having something and it's not taking the time to look up and appreciate the fact that they're there. Rather than having something and losing it, which is in the 5, in the 4, it's about the fact that you have it and you've potentially taken it for granted, or you are taking it for granted. Because the cup that's hanging in the tree here in the Rider-Waite is actually being offered by a hand in a cloud. You know, it's a look at these gifts that you have. Why are you not paying attention to them? The woman genuinely looks very sorrowful. But it's because she's taking something for granted. Or has taken something for granted. And the next card that we have to clarify is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a harsh energy. Well, it's swords, so it's communication, it's words, it's thoughts, it's logical kind of communication between parties, but because it's swords, although they are straight and true, they're bladed and they hurt. So the Queen of Swords doesn't suffer fools, particularly. Not at all. In fact, she is the card of someone who will call you out on your bullshit. And she's followed by death. Death is about endings. I mean, that's obvious, right? But more so, it's about transformation. It's about altering from one state into another. And whether you take that literally as to mean the state of being alive to the state of being dead, or you take it more symbolically, which is how the tarot works, it's about something coming to an end, something being cleared out of your life, so that you can do something new, something better, something more suited to you, so that you can transform and evolve and it moves to the next level. The fact that death, which is, it's usually when it comes in, it's pretty shocking, it's pretty sudden. It's like something comes to an abrupt halt. When you've got the harsh energy of the Death card combined with the harsh energy of the Queen of Swords card, and this Queen of Swords definitely isn't you, like there's nothing even remotely Piscean about the energy of the Queen of Swords, then it feels like that this is an external energy to you. Like the Queen of Swords, whilst harsh, is very just. She's not swayed by emotion. She doesn't make decisions on an emotional basis. It's entirely about what is true and what is just. And she's a stickler for the rules, this one. Like, and it doesn't matter if you had a good reason for doing what you did. If you've broken the laws, then it's a binary state. With the Queen of Swords, she's not having it. So I think an external energy has come to you and brought something in your life to an abrupt stop, and it's come about because you've taken something for granted. You didn't treat something with the respect that it deserves, and now someone or something has come in to put a halt to that. But like, I love to see the Death card in any reading, I really do. It's probably my favourite card in the deck, actually, because it signifies an incoming new start on something. But you have to make room for it. Like, whatever it is that you were doing that you didn't respect, that you didn't properly appreciate, you broke rules, and now the Queen of Swords says no, and it's ending. But in doing so, it's clearing something out of your life that wasn't good for you, that wasn't suiting you, and wasn't getting you where you needed to be. Now, the next card is the Three of Pentacles, which is really cool. Like, if you have a look, like, she's sat in a cornfield, and it's earth energy, right? So it's very stable, it's very solid, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I don't think this is a person, I think this is a situation. Like, and she sat really diligently working on something. The threes are external. Twos are internal. They're about planning, they're about thinking, it's internal, it's stuff that's going on inside. The three is when you start doing things outside. Once 2s are passive, 3s are active. It's when you actually start trying to put a plan in motion. And the 3 of Pentacles is about working together with other people to get things done. The thing that I find interesting about this is that it's not a standard depiction of the 3 of Pentacles, which has usually 3 people on it. You're on your own. You're working on something on your own. And it could be whatever's just ended has done so to give you the time to start working on something that you've been thinking about. And I think this is really interesting because the 2 cards that you have to clarify that are the 2 of Wands and then the 3 of Pentacles again. But obviously, because I'm using the standard Rider-Waite to clarify, that is the original depiction. So you see the 3 people on it. And the reason that I think that's interesting is because I think you're working on something by yourself currently, but there's going to come a point where you're going to bring other people on board with it, right? There's that 2 of Wands there. It's fire energy. It's and Wands are creativity, their passion, their you know, all their fiery things that get you fired up, things that like make your heart soar with excitement, you know, all of that sort of thing. That's the depiction of the Wands. Like that's the feeling that goes along with the Wands. So whatever it is that's just stopped very abruptly and actually probably quite painfully, I would think, as a result of the lack of appreciation you had for the situation that you're in, is freeing up some space for you to start actively working on something else. And this something else is a better fit for you. And so the 2 of Wands is about the planning stage of this exciting thing. It comes after the 3. So I feel like you've already started working on whatever it is. You've kind of thrown yourself into it while simultaneously planning, potentially, to bring other people on board at a later date. You know, this could be a work reading, like this could be a literal like career reading or whatever, but it doesn't have to be. It could be about working on yourself. You know, maybe this is a relationship reading, the situation that you found yourself in, you cocked up somewhere and it's ended, and now you're working on yourself, making important changes, thinking about the important changes that you need to start making on yourself in order to bring other people into your life in a more fulfilling, more stable way in future. I say this because this mason's working on like this a really cool Gothic arch. It's being overseen by a couple of other people. But you know, like buildings and architecture are like solid. It's a solid foundation, and masons are masters of their art. It's what they do. You know. The final card is the Queen of Pentacles. There. Right. What I feel is really interesting is that just how fucking similar these cards are. So there you've got the 3 of Pentacles, and you've also got the Queen of Pentacles, and they look like the same woman. Right? Look at the faces and everything. But this is a graduation, this is a stepping up. So whatever you're currently working on by yourself, but planning to bring people in later, is putting you into a really good position. Because the Queen of Pentacles is earth energy, like I said, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's slow, it's stable, it's deliberate. is the deliberate cultivation of a situation, which makes it like a genuinely like a really obvious step up evolution from here. Even though obviously you've got a whole spate of cards that fit between these two. Look at them together. She's looking down and she's concentrating on what she's doing, but this is a queen. Like, she's done the hard work. You've got a whole gap here to land here. She's done the hard work and she's looking out. She's proud and she has the fruit of her labours in her hands. She stands for the mother. She's nurturing. Like, she's probably the most motherly of all the queens, I would think, more so than the Queen of Cups is quite dreamy. So while she's probably got all the emotional stuff done on a practical level, and you know, those of us who have kids know that quite a significant proportion of that is physical looking after of children. It's not all about the emotional stuff. But this queen, she's got the nurturing down, but she's also got the practical work that goes with it, and she's got a resolve. In fact, the woman looks quite similar in the Four of Cups as well, I would say. There. So it looks like very clear stepping along. And the card that you got to clarify, the Queen of Pentacles, this new position that you're working towards, is the Star. And the Star is about healing and hope and balance. You know, she's got one foot in the water and one on the land. She's pouring water from both of these jugs onto the land and into the water, and she has no fear of them running out because she's stable, she's equal, she's balanced, and her cups don't run out. She's naked, so she's vulnerable, but she's not shy, she's not frightened of that. And whereas the Queen of Pentacles is quite richly garbed on the outside, she's got all of that stuff on there. You know, it's a reflection of her status. The Star, particularly when we get taken in regard to its meaning of healing, refers to someone who has healed so much that they now do not have any fear. There's no fear in this card. None. They have no fear of appearing vulnerable and exposed, and that's somebody who's done a lot of work on themselves to get to that point. And the next card out is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is about, well, each of these cups represents emotions about a thing, right? And you spent a while putting all of those cups together. Like, you don't amass that number of cups without putting a lot of energy and a lot of work into something, right? And it's 8, so it's near the 10. But for whatever reason, the chap in this card is walking away. And he's not headed off in a strop around like that. He's got his boots on, and he's got his walking stick, and he's got his cloak on, and he's headed off to the mountains, because whatever are in these cups aren't working for him anymore. He was like, nah, sod this. And he's going after the 9 and then after the 10 of cups. And he's overseen by this funny kind of sun moon thing here. So whatever this decision is that you've made to walk away from things that aren't serving you, feel like it's a perfect combination of conscious and subconscious working together. Like your subconscious has been telling you for a while, whatever it was, and possibly it's been as a result of the healing that you've done. Your subconscious has gone, I'm not good with this anymore, and your conscious has gone, I hear you and I agree, let's go. And he's walking away. He doesn't look back. This is a reading of growing as a person. Is it? Pisces is walking away I've got the Two of Pentacles and Strength reversed. There. You're walking away from situations that leave you feeling unstable. Because that's the other word that I associate with the Queen of Pentacles. Like the Queen of Pentacles, I think, of all the queens, is the one that is the closest lower echo of the Empress, right? And the Empress is all about stability and abundance and all these kinds of things. And the Queen of Pentacles is a reflection of that. But what she is, more than anything, is absolutely stable. And this is what you're trying to move towards. Because at the moment, like, these are your emotions in the back, and look how choppy that shit is, man. That's fucking fish and ships, and they are not having a good time back there. And he is skipping around and trying to juggle things, and it's not working. It's making him feel dizzy. I mean, it's a lot of hard work with very little return, and it's leaving you feeling disempowered. So what's making you come into your energy is the Queen of Pentacles, which is not your queen. This is the thing. It's not the Piscean queen. This is an earth energy queen. What you need is a solid foundation. You're feeling very lost at the moment, and the energy of the Suit of Cups is so dreamy and so emotional. It's actually, currently, it's leaving you feeling ungrounded. It's making you feel like you don't have a foundation, and what you need is practical ways to start grounding yourself and start pulling your life together. Because I really do feel like you're lost, and you're lost because you need to heal. You need to move away from situations that are upsetting you or that just don't give you anything. Like, you're worth so much more than what's in these cups here, and you're not getting it from the current situation that you're in, and you know you're not getting it, and that's why you're not really appreciating it as much as perhaps the Queen of Swords thinks that you should be, right? And that's why the universe is stepping in and going, oh, fuck this shit, man. Like, no, you're worth so much more. You're worth so much more than what you're doing. And what you're doing is just, you're just staying afloat. Like, the situation that you're in, you know, what's the negative way of looking at stability? It's stagnation. You've been stagnating, and that's why you have no appreciation for the situation that you're in, because actually it's not doing anything for you. And this energy has come in and gone, you are not properly appreciating this shitty Four of Cups that we've given you. Time to go. But what it's doing is giving you an opportunity to flip that around, to stabilize yourself, to find the things that you are worthy of, and to fix whatever's going on inside you at the moment. It's, you know, because the Star, it's also the wish card, it's the hope card, as well as healing and all of those things, but it's not practical. in its form, like that. What you need is a plan right now. You need to anchor yourself down. It's really interesting, like I could see this being a relationship reading, but I could also see it being a work reading. I don't know, you'll have to fill in the gaps for me, Pisces, because I'm really interested to know. But what we're going to do is going to draw some advice cards. Because what I understand right now from this situation is, yeah, you've had a bit of a kicker. Like, this is the energy that you're seeing in here. And it's feeling very harsh. But ultimately, this is really doing you a favour. Death is always doing you a massive favour. Like, fucking go death. I love it. Because what you're hankering for, what you're really hankering for, is stability and purpose, and an opportunity to actually physically craft a life for you, and a life that is actually worthy of what you have to offer. Anyway, let's get some advice. Advice for Pisces. Empress. Yeah, what was I just saying about the Queen of Pentacles being like the closest echo? We've got the Empress. She's another 3. We've got 2 3s of Pentacles plus the Empress. Got the Chariot and we've got the Empress, right? The Empress knows her worth. A queen knows her worth. As a very wise person once said to me, she doesn't sit in this energy. She doesn't sit in this energy, right? Queens are strong. You're feeling disempowered right now. The Empress is saying, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Pick yourself up. A queen knows her worth. And she's about fertility and abundance. She's about new ideas. She's about the birth of new things. And you've got her here with Death, which is about closing out old cycles, shit that isn't working for you, and starting again with something befitting someone like you and what you have to offer. And don't look back. You need to balance yourself out internally, and then you need to move forwards as fast as you possibly fucking can. I mean, look at this. Look at these horses on the mint. Get on your fucking horse and go forwards. Don't look back. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't get stuck in your head about these things. Don't try and balance out shit that was never meant for you in the first place. Don't let any situation make you feel disempowered. It's the Empress. You know, she's one half of a massive fucking power couple. Like, she's the queen of queens. All of them. And you, and the advice the cards are giving you is channel the shit out of her energy and move forwards. I love it. Yeah, now come on, card for Pisces. That one. Bear with me. Stop dropping shit, right? Outcome for Pisces. Yeah, okay. So I only wanted one card, but 2 of them fell out, and I'm going to to take them because you have so many more options than you think you do. Like, you're completely lost at the moment and you don't think that you have anything, and you do. Look at all these cups. This is Pisces energy right here. Like, this woman sat here, she's looking completely baffled at the number of cups. The options that you have are many, and they are literally just in front of you. Allow whatever's closing out to go. Move forwards with the knowledge of your own self-worth and who you are and what you have to offer. And literally, like, the sky is just going to fucking crack open with cups full of opportunities for you. But you need to believe in yourself, and you don't currently. You need stability. You need to start working on something in yourself and outside of yourself, because we've got 2s and we've got 3s, so this is inner and outer work. But the Empress embodies both, internal and external. And move forwards. And the final card is the World. That's the universe in this deck, but it's the world. Like, whatever you're going through right now, it's a lesson. It's been set for you as a lesson. And to pass this lesson and to move to the next step, to evolve up, you need to take the message of the lesson, you need to process it, you need to understand it. And you need to empower yourself, and fuck, the Empress is all about empowerment. So you go from there to there. That's what the cards are saying. You learn the lesson and you move on. But you evolve up. You go up a notch. And whatever you've learned from this unpleasant situation, and it has been an unpleasant situation, I can see that, you take that lesson with you, and this won't happen again, because you won't let it happen again, because you've got the Empress here, because you are working to create stability in your life. No dreamy, fishy-wishy water here. This is practical, internal and external. Know your worth. Move forwards. Behold the options open to you. Look at them in wonder. Learn your lesson and grow. I love it. Absolutely love it. It was worth the fact that this is literally fucking, it's taken me over a week to be able to do your fucking reading for you. It's all been totally worth it. If this resonated at all, and I really hope that it does, because it's a really positive message, then like, I really appreciate it if you'd leave me some sort of, you know, indication in the comments or something, you know, like, subscribe, do all that exciting stuff that is to do with YouTube, or send me a message, like, yeah, let me know. If you're not comfortable discussing it, then that's fine, just like the video or something. Yeah, but best of luck, and I'll see you next month, Pisces.